what time it is. It is time for the Ruby Girl Show. Yay! The Ruby Girl
Hey,
Chat. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in once again to the Ruby Girl Chat with your favorite Ruby Girl and the Ruby Girl of 2021.
hey,
Y'all, I finally scored an interview with this busy, amazing woman. Hey, Lisa, how are you?
hey, I'm awesome. How are you? Hey, everybody, I'm awesome. No complaints at all.
I
Happy to
just
be here.
I just noticed your Zoom title, Lisa Zoom Zoom Room. See,
Yes.
I'm telling y'all, Lisa is so full of personality. You just have to love her. I mean, she just told me since we have met, we have been laughing, making each other
Yes,
laugh.
yes.
She is creative. She is awesome. And she's always like, let's go, let's go. It's no, we'll do
Hmm.
it tomorrow. I don't see any procrastination in her. I see her as a go getter, someone that you definitely want to connect with. If you're the type of person that drag your feet a little bit, or you just need that push into greatness, Lisa is the one that
I
you
got
want to
you.
connect with. And
I
it's so
got you.
convenient that
I
the Ruby
got you.
Girl in 2021 is a coach. So, Lisa, I
Yes.
want you to go on my page,
Okay.
find our video, share it on your page. And so while you do that, I'm going to give my little commercial spiel. All right,
Awesome.
my viewers, how you doing? How you doing this evening? Thank you for tuning in once again to the Ruby Girl Chat. I am once again your favorite Ruby Girl, Kay. And so I am the owner of His Designs LLC, but my brand is what? Ruby Girl. Ruby Girl comes from Proverbs 31 and 10. Who can find a virtuous woman for her price is far above the price of a ruby? So that makes you what? Rare and priceless. So you are God's priceless princess. Ladies, I don't ever want you to forget that. That's where your worth is at. That's where your value has been established in the earth forever. So what do I sell as the Ruby Girl brand? The bra wallet. The white don't show up, but let me hold it just a little bit like that. There we go. So the bra wallet. Let me do a demonstration in case you do not know how to use a bra wallet. You clip it here, it goes right up in there, and you're good, girl. Your
Nice.
goods are good. And so it's sanitary, it's clean, it's easy to just whip out. And the way it's designed, the zipper's at the top, so you don't have to worry about everything falling out. And it is secure, ladies. It's secure. I've had mine, been wearing it for maybe 2 years. I have a friend that's been having hers for 3, and it's done magnified to like poof. The bra, it's almost like the bra log instead of the bra wallet, but she loves it. So also I sell t-shirts. The Ruby Girl Bling t-shirt is
Yes.
here. This shirt is soft, awesome, and stretchable. And you know how you wear t-shirts and they kind of hang loose. These right here, they grab your body and pull it in. It makes you feel feminine. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, but you got to go where? To rubygirl.net. Rubygirl.net, and you can get a t-shirt and your bra wallet. And every Thursday is Ruby Girl Day. Lisa, isn't that the day that we celebrate being awesome women of
Yes.
God?
Yes.
Yes, that's the day
Yes.
we put on our t-shirts and we rock being a Ruby girl. I'm telling you, you got to adopt this new identity of being a Ruby
Hmm.
girl. It is awesome. It makes you forget about everything, every mistake you made, because you have a new identity. Now, if I was giving you a new social security card, you'd be on my website like, right? You want a new social security number, start all over. But I'm not offering that. I'm just offering a chance to be a Ruby girl, God's priceless princess. So let's get to Miss Lisa. Enough about me. I'm not important. She is important. So congratulations for being the
Thank
Ruby
you.
girl of 2021. So tell us about yourself. Introduce yourself,
All
Lisa.
right. So, hey, everybody. My name is Lisa Drayton. Some people know me as Miss Lulu because of my baking that I do. But, I do some of everything. I like to call myself a jack of many trades, trying to master one. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job narrowing that down to just a few. But that's me in a nutshell. I have one daughter, Dr. Washington, my heart and soul. And, that's me in a nutshell. Yeah.
That's a lot of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And did you notice she said her daughter is a doctor?
Yes.
Yes, her daughter is a doctor. I so admire Lisa. I know her mom. Her mom is on fire. She is one evangelist that if she walked by and smelled that you're not saved or can't speak in tongues, she's gonna stop and she's gonna have you up in that corner speaking in tongues, filled with the Holy Ghost, walking on water,
That is her.
everything.
That is her.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
so me and her mom are friends, and her mom has been trying to connect me and Lisa for years. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
meet Lisa. She just like you. And we was like, okay, you gotta meet Kay. Okay. And then it boom, it just
It just
happened.
happened.
So
It just happened.
Lisa, as I
Yeah.
said, you are the Ruby Girl of 2021, the first Ruby Girl of 2021, first ever to win the contest. So it is historical what you have done. Tell us about the journey, how the
Yeah.
contest was for you, and now your experience of being the Ruby Girl, being in
Yeah.
that role.
Yeah. So first of all, let me say it's an honor to be the Ruby Girl and to represent the brand, to represent the movement, and everything that is about. The contest itself, it was fun. At first, I didn't even realize everything that it was going to entail. And then I'm really, oh wait, this is a competition. I need to turn up the fire a little bit, right? So you know me, I'm always animated and extra. So I had to get my pictures out there, cut up my t-shirts, do all that. But really, in the process, the more I got involved, the more I realized the importance of it and how it can impact and make a difference in so many lives. Women who just need that encouragement, the need to go from that whole victim to victor. So, over time, it just became more and more important. And then now, being the Ruby Girl of 2021, I feel like I got to represent. So I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm excited to have other women join this whole movement because it's big and this can be big, man. This is a lot of women who can really benefit from this.
You're right,
Yeah.
Lisa. You are so right. And me and Lisa did a photo shoot this
Yes.
Saturday. It
Yes.
was so hilarious. We had so much fun changing outfits and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
y'all didn't know all the things that came with being a Ruby Girl. So Lisa is helping me represent the brand. She get treated to lunch once a month, and then we had a photo shoot. So it was the first time she got that she had a professional photo shoot. She looked
Yes.
absolutely gorgeous, y'all.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous. She
Thank
looked like an
you.
angel. And I'm so glad that she's representing the brand. Because you're right, Lisa. There are so many broken women out there
Yes.
that's trying to piece together their identity because the enemy has stolen it. And you are doing an
Mm-hmm.
awesome job getting people excited, getting people curious about being a Ruby Girl. And so I want to thank you publicly thank you
Absolutely.
for the
Absolutely.
flair and the fashion that you bring to Ruby Girl. And we're going to talk about that cut up Ruby Girl shirt too.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the first time I seen it, I was like, she cut up my Ruby Girl shirt. And then
Mm-hmm.
I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I like it. And so
Mm-hmm.
everybody's been asking about the shirt. So y'all, I cut up one for the photo shoot, but
And you
I
did a
went
good
a little
job.
high on the side because I seen this little fat pocket sticking out. And I was like, oh, I went up too high and the breeze was coming up there when I was outside. So I said, I got to stitch that up. But I cut the sleeves, y'all. I did a slit and I put a little rhinestones on it.
Mm-hmm.
So Lisa is inspiring me. Lisa, you are helping my creativity come out. You're teaching me how to do my
Wow.
brand even better. And that's the coach in her, y'all. This is why y'all have to connect with Lisa. If me and Lisa is just collaborating together and she's already changed the dynamics of my brand, can you imagine if you get Lisa as a coach in your life? So, Lisa, your coaching
Mm-hmm.
business, Naked Truth Coaching. What
Yes.
made you go into coaching and why that name? Why do they need to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
you their coach?
So I went into it basically because I realized years ago that I have a gift of influence to inspire other people. And with that, I realized people trust me, my integrity. I have a lot of people who come to me for different questions, or they may need that, or they see that I'm doing something and they just need support. One of the things that I always ask God for, my goal each year is just to make a difference in the lives of others. So with that, I prayed to God and I said, God, I'm all over the place. I need to bring this in a little bit. I need to bring it in. I need you to guide me. And rather than just praying, I meditated, something I wasn't used to doing. And I wanted him to give it to me. And it came from different people. You need to be a coach. You need to be a life coach. And he just answered it. And so that's what I decided to do. And when you think about what a coach is that person who just really helps guide a person so that they can reach some type of result. And so that's what I try to do. The name Naked Truth, now that's different. The name Naked Truth, when you think about when we get naked, it means we're taking off everything. We get into the bare bones. So Naked Truth is all about what's really getting in the way of you achieving your results, whether that's losing weight, whether that's getting out of a bad relationship, whether that's going back to school, whatever it is, we make up a lot of reasons as to why. But the real reason is usually underneath all those whys. Sometimes you really don't want to do it. You're doing it because somebody else wants you to do it. So let's have a conversation as to why. How can we get you there? And most of the time, it's really changing our mindset, thinking about things totally different and removing those excuses. So that's what it is, Naked Truth. Let's get naked, let's take it off, and let's get busy. For real. Yeah. You laughing at me, Karen?
No, I'm laughing at what's
I'm
behind me.
excited. Oh,
Can you
I
see,
see. I see.
see what's behind me? You
Is that
see?
zipper? Which
Mhm. I forgot to close the door upstairs.
it's
So
okay.
y'all, this is my son's zipper. He finally got in there. But Lisa,
Yeah.
I love the name. I love the concept. And you're right. Sometimes we don't want to deal with the truth about ourselves.
Yeah.
It's amazing how people ever told you, Lisa, you this way, and you like, what? I didn't even know that about myself. So
Mm-hmm.
we sometimes we camouflage who we are. Cause I'll be saying, oh, I'm a nice person. And so my coworkers be like, no, you're not. But they mean it in a joking way,
Mm-hmm.
they know
Mm-hmm.
I'm nice and help them, but I think I'm just the sweetest person. They're like, you're nice. I wouldn't say that you're sweet. And so I had to really examine myself and was like, yeah, they're right. So I love that you bring the naked truth. So y'all already know Lisa is not going to sugarcoat anything with you. Lisa is gonna tell you how it is, and she's gonna laugh when she tell you how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right? And
I
then you're
do.
gonna
Yep.
laugh
It's
because you
all out
know
of
it's the
love. It's
truth.
all out of
It's
love.
it's
Yes.
love, and
It's
sometimes we
love.
need the truth. The truth we shall set us free. So
Yes.
we've been walking around not knowing who we are, not seeing who we are. But Lisa is gonna tell you who you are and who you need to be. Lisa is gonna reset that mindset for you. So Lisa, not only do you do coaching,
Mm-hmm.
which I can tell that you're good at, but you also teach how to invest in stocks. And
Mm-hmm.
tell us about the story about how you got involved with this. Because let me tell you, I've not met a Black woman that I knew that was investing in the stock market or that had a lot of knowledge about investing. So for me to meet you and you say you teach on it, that's rare because honestly, African Americans, I don't know what it is. We kind of steer away from the stock
Mm-hmm.
market, and it might be because of a lack of knowledge. So
Mm-hmm.
tell us about you and
Mm-hmm.
this stock market.
Yeah, so I've always been blessed to be very financially savvy. Money management has always been a strength for me. About a couple years ago, my at that time my significant other, my friend now, really encouraged me to get into the stock market. I'm like, I don't know. But then I started saying, I wanted to do this a while ago, but I just really didn't know. And as you can tell, anything that I start getting involved in, I jump in and I give my all to it. So I said, well, let's go down this route. And really, as I started studying, I started watching different videos, I started looking at things and getting involved. I'm like, you know what? This isn't hard at all. Unfortunately, they wanted us to think, I'm not going to say they, people have given us the belief that being in the stock market and investing is only for a certain class of people, that you'll lose all your money in the stock market. And that's not true. Most of it is education, knowing that there's a risk with anything, but how do we minimize those risks? Not only that, we have got to figure out how to build generational wealth. And so my goal, and it's part of Naked Truth, it wasn't even on purpose. It just became one of my niches, is to help African Americans learn about the stock market, to remove those fears, to take that first step. Most of us have an iPhone, but how many of us have a share of Apple stock?
Wow.
You know, the iPhone costs $600, $700, $800. Right now, Apple stock is $150 a share.
Hmm. Wow.
Something to think
That
about.
that's deep. I think we know how to look wealthy, We
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to be wealthy. We
Yes.
put our things into, we put our money into temporary things.
Mm-hmm.
Cars. Oh, we'll take an old car, throw some rims on it, and that car is not, the only thing that's valuable on it is the rims.
Yes.
Every few miles, you have to take it and tune it up or hope it starts and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So we have not learned how to put our money in good ground so that it'll
Mm-hmm.
grow. And so when you
Yeah.
talk about the stock market, honestly, me, I think about it, I was like, that's not a, I hate to say it, a African American thing. You know, it's something that's, like I said, it's unusual for one of us to really be into the stock market trading. But we play the lottery,
We
we
do.
go to
We
the
do.
corner. That's a
We do.
risk. You know,
Yeah.
how often
Yeah.
do you win? And then when you win, actually, you have lost money. You just getting
Mm-hmm.
some of the money that you
Yes.
put. My auntie, she used to play. She had a numbers guy that would come to her house, so she would play the lottery there. Then she would go before she went to work and play the lottery again. So my auntie was shelling out about 30, $40 or more a day
Wow.
for
Wow.
lottery. Imagine if she had taken that and could have put it in
Mm-hmm.
some stock and how it had grown and everything.
Yeah.
So thank you, Lisa, for telling us that. Y'all, I want y'all to really connect with Lisa because it's time for us to build generational wealth, not
Yes.
monthly wealth. Come on, let's be
Mm-hmm.
real. Most of us are living what? Month to month,
To mom.
paycheck to paycheck. We barely don't make it out the month.
That's right. That's
So,
right.
Lisa, I love the fact that you say you're financial savvy. Come on, y'all. We need to connect with Lisa so that Lisa can help us with our finance. Some people have the golden touch. So, in school, was you good at math? What made you know
I
that
was.
finances was for
I
you?
I was, but let me say this: the stock market has nothing to do with math. So if
Hmm.
there's anybody out there who want to get in the stock market and say, math isn't my thing, it has nothing to do with math. All the
Hmm.
calculations are done for you. All you need to know is how much money you got and how many shares you want to buy. That's it for the most part. Other things. But yeah, math was my favorite subject in high school. I went to Davis Aerospace. So originally, I was an aerodynamics engineering girl. But I realized that wasn't for me. I love people too much and I love to run my mouth. So, I can actually do what I love and get paid for it. Perfect combination. Perfect. And even in life coaching, when people are able to do things that they like, maybe switch a career and you working with purpose, it don't even feel like a job. And it's like, wow, is somebody paying me to do this? My motto on me and one of my girlfriends, we say, you know what? We're not going to chase money, chase our purpose. Because when you chase that purpose, the money will chase you. It'll just flow. It'll just follow you. So that's the mission I'm on now. Purpose.
So,
Purpose.
Lisa, now you said you meditated and God
Yes.
gave you your purpose. It's so many people out there that don't know their purpose.
Yeah.
What would you recommend for them? What's some advice you'll give?
Yeah. I would say think about the things that you do naturally. Think about the things that just come to you. You love doing it. And whether that's cooking chicken, you could be the best chicken fryer on the east side of Detroit, right? Really. But you think about these restaurants. You got the Colonel Sanders started frying chicken somewhere. So
Mhm.
whatever it is you like, whatever it is that people tell you that you're good at. Because a lot of times we don't see it or we take it for granted because it just comes natural to us. But a lot of times other people will give us those hints. And then you take those hints. And if you believe in meditation, if you believe in prayer, pray and meditate on it. And everything, it'll just fall into place. It will.
Amen. Amen. I
Yeah.
mean, who else to get your purpose from? When God told us when he was forming us in the room, in the womb, he had a purpose, he had a plan.
Yes.
He already know he wants us just
Yes.
to come to him, and God doesn't withhold any good thing from us. It's just that we don't listen or we don't take the time to stop. Like we got the axe is dull, we trying to chop down the tree, and we just need
Mm-hmm.
to stop and sharpen the axe, and you'll
That's
get done
it.
a little bit faster. So
That's it.
so
Yeah.
it's time for the 60-second pitch. So Lisa, I'm about to
Yes.
give you the floor. And while you're doing the floor,
Ooh.
I'm going to check social media and see
Okay.
what they're saying about us. So it's time for you to blow our minds with your 60-second pitch. You
Okay.
go, Ruby Girl of 2021.
Well, again, thank you all for all of your support with me being Ruby Girl 2021. My pitch today is really going to be for Naked Truth. We did a women's retreat this year, back in September, and we had women to come out. I'm going to tell you that I was originally disobedient to the what God dropped on me to do. But as I became obedient and gave in, when I tell you that everything worked out, everything fell into place. And these women came in really not knowing what to expect. But when they was crowned at the end and walked away with a forgiveness of themselves, of other people, letting the past go and moving forward in a different mindset, I can't tell you how wonderful and rewarding that was. So we're getting ready for next year's retreat, and I'm looking for sponsors and donors. That's the only way that's one of the best way we can make it happen. God's gonna make it happen regardless. But I need sponsors and donors to sponsor a woman, to donate. So I'm just asking if you all can go to my website, and it's Naked Truth. Naked Truth Coaching and Training Group. I think we put it up. NakedTruthCTGroup.com. You go on there, you go to the Women's Retreat tab, and you just put your information. And the best part about it is it's tax deductible. We partner with Gospel Outreach Deliverance Ministries. So another plug, if you got a business or if you would like to take a tax deduction, do it as soon as possible, and you can write that off at the end of the year. So that's a win for both of us. Yeah, so that's my plug, Naked Truth. We do a lot. I love group facilitation. I partner with my friend. She has Mindset Connect. She does a lot of the one-on-one. I love the group and also the one-on-one, but it's that partnership, just like this partnership right now. It's about us working together, for real, moving the village together.
I love it, Lisa. You blew it out the box. I love it. I love it. Naked Truth Coaching, y'all. Give them your phone number and the website
Yes.
one more time.
Yes. So the phone number 313-215-2575. Again, 313-215-2575. And it's Naked Truth, Naked Truth CTGroup.com.
All
And we'll put it,
righty.
we'll put it in the notes too as well, in the
Yeah,
comments.
I put it in the I call it the posting section up
Okay.
above. I always say look
Awesome.
up, look up. So it's in
Awesome.
there, y'all. So y'all, if you're writing it down, you missed it, you just have to look up. So let me tell you what they're saying on social media.
Okay.
Deborah, my favorite Deborah said hello, hi. And then Gloria says
Okay.
hi, Tracy Dorsey. Blessings to you. I think she was, wait a minute, I think she might have seen, somebody else online. She was telling, Tracy, you out there? Gloria
Oh.
said, hello. And then Sheila said, we put our money in temporary things and people play the lottery. She said, every single day, shaking her
Yes.
head. We got D Woods out there watching. Hey, D Woods, how you doing? And of course, Blair Cherie is in the house. So yes, thank you. So make sure you're sharing this show so that other people can hear what Lisa got to say, and so that other people can get these golden nuggets of wisdoms that she is giving us, y'all. This is like mama is saying something, so we need to sit down and listen to what she got to say, y'all. She is the Ruby Girl of 2021. First ever, holding it down well, y'all. I keep telling Lisa, girl, you rocking Ruby Girl better than me. You're teaching me, and I'm so glad. I was thinking today, I said, Lord, thank you for this connection, because I always need help. Always. I'm never going to say I'm the top at this, the top at that. I am always learning as I go ahead. So this is our second segment of the show. And so this is the part where we get a little bit more intimate, a little bit spilling the tea and talking about things that are very dear to our heart. So you was telling us about your retreat in September. Tell us about the experience. Was this your second retreat or 100 retreat? What number was it?
This was my first retreat.
Mm.
And my mother had told me I was going to do a retreat. Somebody else very prophetic said, you're going to do a women's retreat. I told both of them, no, I'm not even interested. And I went on to even entertain the thought. And then doing my meditation around purpose, God dropped it in. He just downloaded it in my head. I'm like, no, absolutely not. But I had to move on it, right? So he told me exactly what to do, who to contact. But me being independent, trying to do everything myself, I went my own route. Didn't work out. Got the location denied and everything. Coming to find out, he said, I already told you what to do. So after I followed his instructions, I reached out to the venue, reached out to the person who connected me to the venue, told her what I was doing. She said, I said, do you have the date available? She said, I do. I already got you penciled in. I said, well, I need to know the cost because, we're working with the budget. She was like, it's no cost based on what you're trying to do. You can just give us a donation if you want to. And I'm like, wow, you had already told me what to do. So I had to go through this whole process, really not knowing, but depending on God. And that process for me taught me so much because I will always call my mother, hey, I need you to pray for this. She used to always tell me, I remember, you need to get your own relationship with God. And, over time, I've gotten that relationship. But this particular experience taught me how to trust the process, how to walk in faith. And if God tell you that something's going to work out, he tells you to do something, do it. Guess what? He's not going to let you fail. So with that, we had some donors that helped us. The food, the women had to pay minimum to be part of the program. And then I actually put together a 3-day facilitation guide. I'm sitting down, God, tell me what to put together. And I just had to stop. I had to slow down and block everything out. When I tell you, it all just downloaded. It downloaded. And it was deep. It was deep. But it was so rewarding. It was so rewarding. Yeah. And the testimonies and just to see the ladies, how they're moving right now. And, we still keep in touch. We got back together and did a vision board. And, it's just been great.
So I'm going to ask this and you might turn your camera off. Have you ever thought that you have a calling on your life? I just have to ask you this. This just popped in my head.
I've never thought that. No.
Really?
I've never thought that. No, never even considered it,
That there's some ministry in you?
Well, I think that we all can minister in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I do. I can't say I don't. I'm not seeing myself as being a pulpit minister. Yeah. But definitely ministering, just trying to make a difference in people's lives. That's what it's all about,
Yes, yes.
And giving them those real nuggets. We can get the church piece, but when you leave church, how are you living your life? How are you making ends meet? You know what I'm saying? Even people go to work. I can't tell you how many people in corporate America who still don't invest in their 401k because they don't believe in it. I'm not going to give the white man my money or this and that. But if I offered you a raise, would you turn it down?
Oh, no.
Absolutely not. So you're turning down a raise, or when you turn down your 401k, especially if the company is matching it, at least put in an amount that they're matching. Otherwise, you're turning down free money. So, it's those conversations. It's conversations about the importance of creating a budget. That it's hard when you're not used to it. But when we create a budget, it's not even saying that you say what you can't have, but it's creating a situation where you can have the things that you want to have because you're planning for them. It's changing the mindset. That's it. Yeah.
You're right. Because when people think of budget, they think of things they can't do.
Exactly.
It's like, I can't do this. I won't be able to buy this and stuff. Nope. But if you follow that budget, like you said, you can even buy greater things, stop depending on credit and everything.
Absolutely.
That's wisdom. But it's funny how we can just tweak our mindset and we can look at something so different in our life. Just like they always use the example of the glass of water, half a glass of water, half full, half empty, and it all depends on how your mindset is. So Lisa, thank you, because you're really resetting our mindset. So I thank God that you stepped out in faith and you did your retreat, and you said that you impacted the women's lives. It just came naturally for you. I think it just come naturally for you to influence those that are around you.
It came naturally. I was comfortable with the facilitation piece because that's what I do in my 9-to-5 job. Mm-hmm. So I was comfortable with that piece, but it just came naturally, and sharing my experience. One thing that I really had to do was be very transparent, because there was no way we could have a retreat and ask women to unmask. And everybody's unmasking except myself. And one of the things that I unmasked about was really something that I had to get real with myself about, watching certain behaviors, watching things. I'm like, wow, Lisa, you got some insecurity issues around some things. And for me to say that out my mouth, it was like, whoa, it was deep. And because no one ever looks at me like that. And at the retreat, for a couple of people who knew me, well, we never thought you had that issue. You have this together and this together. Well, guess what? We can have all these other things together in our life. It doesn't mean we're perfect, right? We all have something. And to actually own that and say it, I'm so comfortable saying it now because I've been working on it. And I know the cause and the root of it. It's the why to the why to the why, right?
Right.
And when you own it, you speak it out. It's like, okay, I can say this. I called my two best friends and said, guess what, y'all? I got some issues. I got some insecurity issues. They just laughed at me. I'm like, I'm serious. I was so excited to actually say, wow, I know what's going on and I can work on it. So, that's what it is. We got to own our stuff, man. We got to own it. Yeah.
You know, it's funny you say that. I said today, I
Uh-huh.
said, the one thing I like about Lisa, I said, I don't think Lisa have any insecurity problems.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
I promise you,
See?
Lisa, because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I watch you doing the photo shoot, the way you dress, the way you say you just buy from people, and most people that's a little insecure kind of pull back from people
Mm-hmm.
a little
Mm-hmm.
bit, because they're insecure. It's something
Yeah.
about them that maybe they don't like or want to be better or something. But you just like, boom, the door open. It's Lisa Zoom Zoom room. I'm in the room,
Yeah.
and I love that about you. But it shows you how well we can hide things,
Yeah.
how well you can
Yeah.
be knowing somebody for years and not knowing that they struggle. Like I tell people all the time that I'm shy, and they laugh. You're not shy. I am shy. You put me in certain situations, I clam up. When I was little,
Mm-hmm.
people that knew me down south would tell you I would not say nothing. I sat and read all the time. Everybody knew me as the girl with the book. I just didn't talk. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have no friends, so it was no reason for me to talk. So I was real, real quiet when I was little. So now when I tell people I'm shy, they don't believe it. I do have a level of
Wow.
shyness in certain situations. But
Wow.
I would have
Yeah.
never thought you had an insecure bone in your body, girl.
And it was interesting. The insecurity isn't so much with me, but
Hmm.
over the years it's come from relationships. And so
Mm.
insecurity with relationships, and me and my mother was talking about it. Some of it may stem from even abandonment. And when you go through different relationships, you break up, and this person leaves, and then you do more and more to cling on. And before
Mm.
you know it, it turns to insecurity, right? And
Mhm.
so it's like just being honest about that and seeing it's like, oh wow. Because we can't fix what's wrong if we're not honest and get to that naked truth about what it is. We can't
Mm.
fix it. We're putting
Mm.
band-aids on the top of everything, but we got to get to the root of that thing. For real.
You're right. So do you think it's more so a spirit of rejection than insecurity?
Um, it may be. It may be.
Mm.
It could be. My mother said that is me and her talk, she said that it might be abandonment. It could be. What I love about my mindset, I wear my heart sometimes on my shoulder, but I can reset. I can reset pretty easy. So we all, some of us go through pain, we go through hurt, and it's harder for some people to reset than others. Once I get through it, I'm moving on. Hey, I'm happy, go lucky again. Let's try again. So that can be good and it can be bad. But I thank God for that part about me because I don't usually hold grudges. What happens has happened. Let's move on. Everything that I think happens in our life is a learning lesson, whether it's
Yes.
a good one or a bad one. It should teach us something. And if we're learning from it, that's great. Share those
Mm.
lessons with somebody else.
Wow. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like I'm a person, I hold on to things too hard, but I'm
Okay.
learning. I know that once you know something about yourself, then you can
Mm-hmm.
work on it.
That's
So
right.
Lisa, what's
That's
next for
right.
the Ruby Girl of 2021? Tell them what
Ooh,
we doing, girl.
okay, so first thing coming up, we're gonna do a class. We're gonna do the welcome to the stock market, introduction to the stock market. You all have probably already seen it. We've been advertising it. It's gonna be the last Monday in December. Most of you probably already taken that time off work. It's gonna be on a Monday for 1 hour and 45 minutes. We had to extend it because it's so much information, but it would definitely ease your fears, give you some basics as far as how do I take the first steps to get in the stock market? What is it all about? How do I pick a stock? What is a stock? What's the difference between a stock and a mutual fund? All those things we're going to talk about. And you will feel a lot more comfortable walking away and, just getting started. Even if it's just buying one share of something, get started. So, and then next year, we got some stuff coming up, right? We're going to
Yeah.
be bringing some classes. A lot of things going to be, we're working on it, I'm excited. I'm
I'm
excited.
excited too. I'm excited
Yeah.
that I'll also be able to help her in her natural gift and talent. And I just want to tell y'all this. You might be like, well, I'm not interested in that. Have you even tried to get knowledge about it? Because there's a lot of things you didn't think you was interested in. And then once you learned about it or you started doing it, you was like, Oh, I like that. So this is time for y'all to start stepping out the box, coming out
Yes.
that comfort zone. God is expanding your wisdom and knowledge. And let me tell you, one thing that you never lose on is getting more wisdom and getting more
That's
knowledge.
right.
It makes you
That's
more
right.
valuable. You don't know what room God is going to put you in. And because Lisa done took the time to teach you about stocks, trading, all that, and you meet somebody that's really up there and you can impress them with, oh, this terminology, this word and that. So you never
Mm-hmm.
know. So y'all make sure you sign up. We're going to be sharing the flyer. You're going to see it. We're going to be
Yes.
sharing it, putting it out there. So we want you to join us, and
Yes.
trust me, it will be an investment in your life. If you're saying to God, God, I know that the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the righteous. I'm the righteous, and I want to learn how, when you do this wealth transfer, how to do this. He might be transferring
Yes.
it through stock, y'all. So, like I said, don't close your mind to it. Be open. Am I right,
Mhm.
Lisa?
That's right. And even, your children, young people, if I knew now what if I knew back then when I was a teenager, what I know now, I wouldn't even be working. I'd be sitting somewhere on the beach on this Zoom call right now. Really, if I had known, but you know what? It's never too late. My daughter, she's learning it now, being a doctor, she's gonna be able to put money and retire early if she wants to. So the younger you can learn, the better. It's not
Mm.
hard. It's not hard at all. And then cryptocurrency, that's a whole nother conversation. The crypto. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I'm telling you, Lisa
Yeah,
got her hands in a lot of things.
I
But
do.
you know what, Lisa? I do want to talk to everybody in the audience. I want you to give us
Yes.
some hearts telling us how much you love in her conversation. But I want you to listen to this. Your job is not going to always be there, because the
Mm-hmm.
way this world is going, we see now how they're letting people go just because you won't take the shot. I'm not for it, I'm not against it. It's a personal choice. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
just telling you the real. So what happens when you don't want to take the shot and your job just lets you go?
That's right.
What if your job starts to tell you you got to take a mark on your hand in order to work here? So if
Mm-hmm.
you're a Christian, it's the mark of the beast. What do you do? What do you fall on? So you either have to have your own business now, or you got to be investing in something. So God is speaking to his people and saying, look, things are changing. I need you to roll with the change,
That's
go
right.
with the flow. You got to do something new. God is doing a new thing. Just going to work, staying there for so many years and retire. We don't even have a pension anymore. We have to
Mm-hmm.
basically save for our own retirement, the 401. You used to have a pension and a 401k. So it was kind of secure. Now we have nothing. We can
Yes.
walk off that job with $10,000 in our 401k. And guess what we got to do? We got to go work at CVS and stand in Walmart talking about, hi, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'd rather stay at my job. But like I
Mm-hmm.
said, connect with us. Lisa is going to rock this thing. Come rock with us. So Lisa, I'm
Yes.
about to close out. So
Okay.
I'm going to give you 2 minutes. You can say whatever you want to say. It's
Mm.
on you. I give the mic to you.
Okay. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, as I said already, I'm going to still keep pushing sponsors and donors, please, for the retreat next year. If you have a job or someone else, a business that you know who could benefit from the tax write-off and who really wants to make a difference in the lives of other people, please give them the information. Also what I want to do, I want to add 2 retreats next year. I've had so many men that reach out say we want that too. So I'm partnering with someone and he's on board to do it. So we just trying to work it out. So hopefully we'll have 2 next year. So keep that in mind. Other things that I want to say is, you know what? We can do this. I'm so excited to be a Ruby girl. I didn't even realize I would be this excited, but to have this platform and to be able to influence so many people positively, to think outside the box, to challenge yourself, whatever it is you want to do, you can do it. You just have to put your mind to it. Remove the negativity out your life. Keep a positive mind. When you wake up in the morning, listen to some motivational talks, whether it's TD Jakes, whether it's Les Brown, whoever it is, put positive in. Because when you get up, you start your day out positive, it makes such a big difference. You can do it. Ruby girls, we priceless. We can do whatever. And for those of you who are still wondering what a Ruby girl is, you are a Ruby girl. Grab your t-shirt, wear it on Thursday, and represent the movement. We got this. I'm excited. That's it.
I'm
Good
excited
night.
too. Look, we're both hyped.
I'm excited. Let's go. Yeah.
Like we about to fight. Come on, girl. Let's go.
Let's
Let's do
go.
this.
Let's go. I talk with my hands a lot. You know what? I'm excited. That's my energy.
That's okay. I love your energy. So thank you, Lisa, for taking the
Absolutely.
time for being on the show tonight. I know you blessed a lot of people by the words that you said, the knowledge that you gave people today. They were golden nuggets of wisdom. And I thank you so much for being sharing. Sharing is caring. And as God says, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. Why is there such a lack of knowledge? There's a lack of knowledge because so many people have knowledge but don't want to share it.
Share it.
They're like,
Yes.
I got mine. You figure it out. But that's not what
Mm-hmm.
it's about. God bless you with your wisdom and your knowledge so that you can share with somebody else. You're supposed to reach back and help somebody
That's
else
right.
up just where you at. But we want the whole platform to ourselves. That's
Yeah.
why it's so roomy at the top and so crowded at the bottom, because
Mm-hmm.
people get up to the top and they still have that crab mentality. Instead of pulling people back down, they push them back down. So
Mm-hmm.
Lisa tonight, I thank her so much for being the Ruby Girl of 2021. That title was designed for her. It fit for her. So tonight she talked to us about generational wealth. We've had
Yes.
generational poverty for a long time, and it's time to break that cycle. God is raising up a generation that's not standing for this 9 to 5. You work
Mm-hmm.
50, 60 years, you retire, you poor, you work poor, and you retire poor. They're not going for that. If they don't like the salary, they move on because they understand that, hey, I don't have to be loyal to a job. So Lisa is telling us you need to invest in the stock market. You need to get you some Bitcoin going on. You need to think outside of the box, outside of your 9 to 5 job.
Mm-hmm.
It's more out there. If you can own a iPhone, you can own a piece of the company. And so we
Yes.
look at this thing and we think it's so big or it's so impossible, but we serve a God that says nothing is impossible with God. Everything is possible with God. So Lisa also taught us that when you go for something, you just go for it. Give it your
Yes.
all. Don't
Yes.
half step it. Just do it. Do whatever you got to do. Be great. And then she taught
Mm-hmm.
us to learn to look at yourself, figure out the naked truth of
Mm.
why you're not moving ahead, why you procrastinated, why you do the things you do, or allow people to treat you the way you do. You got
Yes.
to understand who you are, really know who you are. And that's what the brand Ruby Girl is. Once you understand that you are that Proverbs 31 and 10, that you are virtuous, that you're rare, and that you're valuable, you won't allow anybody else to mess with your worth or devalue you. Girlfriend, you will know that you are God's priceless princess and you will carry yourself as such. So thank you,
Yes.
Lisa, for educating us tonight to let us know to get out that box. Don't be
Yes.
afraid to do something new and stop holding on to that mindset that the stock market is not for us. Everything is for us.
That's right. That's
Everything.
right.
We hold our own self back, but Lisa is giving us knowledge and power. So I want y'all to register for that class. I want y'all to be on that Zoom with me and Lisa as Lisa rock this training. Y'all already seen her energy. She already showed you she about her business. She already told you I'm gonna give you the naked truth, and she exposed us on tonight. She exposed and she said, get rid of that stinking thinking and reset that
Yep. There you
mindset.
go. That
Ain't that
stinking
right,
thinking.
Lisa?
That stinking thinking. Get rid of it. Yes.
Yes. So thank you, Lisa, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank
Absolutely.
you, everybody that tune in every week just to watch. My first year is coming up in 2 years. I mean, in two
Ooh,
years and 2 months. What kind of
months.
math is that? Can you tell I wasn't good at math?
It's okay.
My
It's
first
okay.
year is coming up in 2 years. That's K math.
We
Lisa
gotta
gonna
have
get me right.
a virtual anniversary party. Woohoo.
We are. I'm gonna invite
Okay.
most of my old guests, and we're just gonna have fun. We're gonna chit chat. We're gonna give away some things. Y'all know I'm always a giveaway queen. That's probably
Nice.
why Lisa need to put me on a budget. You can only give away this much.
We'll get
So
there. We'll get there.
okay, she working on me, y'all. She work. I feel like I'm the Ruby girl in 2021, and she the favorite Ruby girl because she's rocking it. She's rocking it, but she's teaching me so much. So I want y'all to, if y'all take anything away from tonight, I want you to see two African American women not competing, but helping each other out.
Yes.
I'm lifting up Lisa, Lisa lifting
Yes.
up me. So we can't do nothing but go higher. And do y'all
Right.
see there's no jealousy? There's no, oh, okay, Lisa, it's my turn to talk, or this much. There's none of that. It's
Yes.
just laughter and sisterhood. So, ladies,
Mm.
stop being jealous of women that's ahead of you. Learn from them. Don't try to compete with them. Learn from them. They know what they know. They smooth for a reason, and they can help you be the same way. So,
That's
all right,
right.
everybody, thank you. I will be back next week at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Miss Lisa will be rocking the Ruby Girl of 2021. Congratulations, honey. You worked
Thank
hard for
you.
that title. She worked hard for that crown, y'all. So,
Thank you.
okay,
Good night.
yes, good night, everybody. I will see you next week, 8:30 p.m. every Tuesday, the Ruby Girl Chat. If you want to be a guest, inbox me or put it in the chat. Kay, I want to be a guest because I'm filling up my calendar now for November and December. All right, everybody. Thank you once again, Miss Lisa, the Ruby Girl of 2021.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.